Hey, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Let me check my microphone first. Okay. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I am going to quickly talk to you guys about a very interesting story that happened last week. And I think since most of you guys and myself included are big fans of Elon Musk and Tesla and SpaceX and all those companies and technologies, this story is pretty interesting and we should share it on this channel. So the story started last week that there is a saboteur in Tesla, hacking into Tesla systems and also stealing very sensitive internal documents regarding the production at the Gigafactory in Nevada. It's on Wednesday last week, I think this whole thing happened. I thought, this is the story, a company this big with such a huge production line, this kind of thing happens and Tesla will deal with it. But the interesting happens on Thursday, when this guy, the alleged saboteur, started talking to the Wall Street Journal, the Business Insider, the Verge, and all the technology companies, all the publishers, claiming that he's not a saboteur. Instead, he is a whistleblower. The reason why he's leaking those documents to the publishers is that he has found he wants to reveal what kind of company Tesla really is and what kind of production lines Tesla is really running. So currently there are only 2 documents that are hard evidences that are factual. So I don't want to entertain any speculation here, so I'll read those documents to you right now. So the first document I want to talk about is the lawsuits that Tesla is waging against Martin Tripp. And in the document, Tesla clarifies that Martin Tripp has been working for Tesla ever since October 2017, which is I think about 8 months ago. And after that, as Tesla said in the legal document, within a few months of Tripp joining Tesla, his managers identified Tripp as having problems with job performance and at times being disruptive and combative with his colleagues. As a result of these and other issues, on about May 17, 2018, Tripp was assigned to a new role. Tripp expressed anger that he was reassigned. And Tesla also go on to say, thereafter, Tripp retaliated against Tesla by stealing confidential and trade secret information and disclosing it to third parties, and by making false statement intended to harm the company. So this is the background of the story told by Tesla in the legal document. And after that, Tesla also talked about the disputes between Tesla and Martin Tripp. So there are only 3 disputes. I'll show it on the screen right now. The first one is that Tesla has only begun to, according to Tesla has only begun to understand the full scope of Tripp's illegal activity, and he has thus far admitted to writing software that hacked Tesla's manufacturing operating system and to transferring several gigabytes of Tesla's data to outside entities. This includes dozens of confidential photographs, a video of Tesla's manufacturing system. This is actually cross-confirmed by Business Insider because Business Insider said in their documents, which I will talk about later in this video, that they also reviewed photographs and videos. So this is the first dispute. The second dispute is that, according to Tesla, beyond the misconduct of which Tripp admitted, he also wrote computer code to periodically export Tesla's data off its network and into the hands of third parties. His hacking software was operating on 3 separate computer systems of other individuals at Tesla so that the data would be exported even after he left the company, and so that those individuals would be falsely implicated as guilty parties. This is the second dispute. The third dispute is that, according to Tesla, Tripp also made false claims to the media about the information he stole. For example, Tripp claimed that the punctured battery cells have been used in certain Model 3 vehicles, even though no punctured cells was ever used in the vehicle, battery or otherwise. Tripp also vastly exaggerated the true amount of the value scrap material that Tesla generated during the manufacturing process and falsely claimed that Tesla was delayed in bringing new manufacturing equipment online. So these are the whole thing, this is one side of the story as told by Tesla. Basically, Tesla is saying, you know, this guy joined our company in August 2017, and ever since he was not a good worker at our company, and he's angry about this repost inside the company, and he's doing all of this to retaliate against the company's, you know, decision. So this is basically Tesla's side of the story. And Tripp's side of the story is obviously different, so I'm gonna talk about that now. According to Tripp, what he's doing right now is not smearing Tesla's brand, but instead he want to reveal Tesla's wrongdoing, misconduct to the public. Okay, so the other side of the story is told by Business Insider because they reviewed all the documents given to them by Martin Tripp, and after that they found a few things. The first one is that Tesla, according to Business Insider, Tesla is wasting a jaw-dropping amount of raw materials and cash to make Model 3. Internal documents reviewed by Business Insider show that the company expects that as much as 40% of the raw materials used to produce batteries and driving units manufactured at Tesla's Gigafactory in Nevada need to be scrapped or reworked by employees before they are sent to Tesla's factory in Fremont, California, and assembled into Model 3s. The documents were dated in the first quarter. So Business Insider go on to explain that this is to say, for every 2,500 battery packs and driving units that leave the Gigafactory, an additional 1,000 pieces of non-conforming material is created. Half of that will be reworked and put into car parts. The other half becomes scrap. This basically means that Tesla has 40% waste, and that is unheard of in the automobile industry. I'm not sure. This is, you know, Business Insider after reviewing the internal documents, which is dated first quarter 2018, and this is their conclusion. This is what they found. I personally, you know, Business Insider is one of the websites I visit very frequently. I tend to agree. I tend to believe that, you know, if they're willing to put their reputation online and say this is basically what they found. You know, whether or not those documents are accurate, as in quarter 2 2018, I'm not sure. But at the end of quarter 1 2018, this is what the situation is inside the Gigafactory in Nevada, I guess. They also go on to say that after reviewing all the documents, Tesla has spent almost 150 million on scrap material so far this year, which basically means first quarter and perhaps a few months in the second quarter. According to internal estimates Business Insider has seen, this number does not include the overhead cost of creating the scrap. Energy, labor hour, Tesla reported manufacturing 9,766 Model 3s in the first quarter this year, which is not much because Tesla is, you know, aiming to produce 5,000 a week, but this is 10,000 in 3 months. But this is first quarter. This is first quarter. This document states first quarter. This is the second negative message that is against Tesla. The third one they're talking about is that in February, a misprogrammed robot that handled battery module repeatedly punctured through the plastic housing and into some battery cells, the employee said, adding that instead of scrapping all the modules, some were fixed with adhesive and put back on the manufacturing line. According to internal documents, Business Insider reviewed this foible affected more than 1,000 pieces. So this part is not reflected by the internal documents, but the employee, which AKA here means Martin Tripp, is saying that, you know, Tesla not only had a faulty robot at that time, which punctured all those batteries, they put those batteries back to the supply chain and started putting them into cars that is used to produce Model 3, which is obviously not a good decision to make. So these are the documents that are hard evidences. If you want to know more about what's really going on inside Tesla's Gigafactory, I would encourage you guys to read through these two documents and see, you know, make up your mind yourself. One of the things you guys don't know about me is that before I started working on my company currently, I used to work for this venture capital investment company, which basically means I at that time was focusing 100% of my time on studying different technology, different systems of technologies to understand if those companies, one of those things that we talk about very frequently is core competencies, which basically means what are the things this company has that the other companies don't. And if we want to invest in one of those companies, we better make sure that this company has a piece of technology or a patent or something core competency. It might be the leadership of the company, it might be the patent of the company, but whatever it is, you need to have a core competency that other companies cannot easily copy. And when it comes to Tesla, I always say, I am 100% supportive of Tesla because I think it has a huge core competency. It has a much better competitive advantage than its competitors in 4 different areas. The EV market is uniquely positioned in the EV market to lead the market. That's the first thing. The battery market, the energy market, and the autonomous driving market. I feel like if Tesla is good at all 4 things, or maybe even just 1 or 2 of these 4 areas, Tesla will succeed because those are big areas. And I used to believe that, with the production capability of the Gigafactory, Tesla might be able to produce even batteries for other car companies. But from the internal documents revealed this time, this might not be the case. I don't know if those things are accurate still, if those things are accurate at all, but if 40% is really the number, I don't care those financial analysts what they say about short term, long term. This is definitely one of the huge problems Tesla has to fix. 40% scrap rate in battery production is unheard of. It's dangerous. So I think, I am not pessimistic about Tesla. I think Tesla is one of the greatest companies currently, but it has to solve this problem. I think currently Tesla is going through a test of capability, a test of will. If Tesla want to make it happen, if Tesla want to make 5,000 cars a week, it has to be able to produce 5,000 battery packs a week. And that is one of the hurdles Tesla need to cross. So, well, I don't know, what do you think of Tesla? What do you think of, this whole telenovela, the extravaganza, this whole story? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment down below. I don't want to pass any judgment. I personally am a big fan of Tesla. As you guys know, I talk so much about it. I talk so much about its batteries. I talk so much about Tesla, how Tesla integrated the whole vertical supply chain of batteries in my previous videos. So I am, big supporter of Tesla. But what do you think of this? Is Tesla lying to all of us? Is Tesla not capable enough to produce those batteries? Or is this Martin Tripp just, basically lying to all of us? I really don't know what the outcome of this whole thing would be, but I hope that, Tesla will triumph after this test. Not in the sense that Tesla is going to win the lawsuits against Martin Tripp. I think it's a distraction. It doesn't matter. What matters is whether or not Tesla can fix this problem and start producing batteries at a better scrap rate, at a better quality, and produce more cars. And I know many of you guys are Tesla owners, or some of you guys have put down $1,000 for Tesla. So the faster Tesla can solve this problem, the earlier you can get your car, right? All right, thank you all so much for watching. Really don't forget to leave a comment down below. And also, there's one thing. By the way, I told you guys that I am going to make a giveaway. Very soon, I'm gonna make a separate video about it. So be sure to follow me on my Twitter, because following me on my Twitter is definitely going to be one of the criteria for winning this product, which is a pretty good product. I think it's a Amazfit sports watch, and I think it's a pretty good product. Well, yeah, that's about it. Follow me at Lay Creatives if you want that product. As always, I'm Lay. I'll catch you guys later.